witchy shit. Welcome to this week's episode of Witchy Shit and Mangalit with Cartabus and Rawiyah. We are so happy to return to y'all.
Oh my god, you just started that with the Riz over level 9000. It took me out. I'm sorry. Just like, hey, kitty cats, let's start this podcast. I'm just like, yes, let's.
So, Cartabus, what the hell are we talking about today? And just to let everyone know, I jumped into this bitch high. Yeah. So, what are we talking about
Okay,
today?
so today, I sent you a package and you are going to open it and we are going to
Oh, yes.
talk about it. Um, also, we have many things to discuss about Given, the show that we watched together this week.
Oh, my God,
And
yes.
and I have some other topics in mind too, but like I'm still waffling them around. So I kind of want to see where we go today. This is going to be kind of like more of a free form episode than normal, but I think that's a good idea because like
Yes.
we're going to get a little existential. And since you're high, it's going to happen faster than anticipated. So let's
Oh,
do this.
I'm ready for it. Okay. So first, what have you been watching or into right now?
So lately, this week specifically, the only things I've been watching have been things that I'm watching with my husband because in my own time, I have been painting like it's my job. So I haven't
Yes.
really been watching and reading a whole lot because I can't do both at the same time. But I have been listening to the podcast and like we've been hanging out a lot, which has been super fun. Um,
It's
you
been
know,
so good. Oh my
yeah, it
God.
really has. We hung out like 4 days this week, and next week it's could be similar. I don't know. What are we gonna do? Um, but yeah, so reading, like watching wise, we finished up the time I reincarnated as a slime, and that one is really fun. Like, it's just super cute and the characters are really nice and I very much enjoyed it. Like it has like difficulties with the plot, like some of the bad guys are really bad, etc. But like it's overall like the main character doesn't go down a dark path like with Overlord. He's just a slime and he's super nice and like he's a him but he's not because he doesn't have genitals because he's a slime, but like he has a human form, but his human form is basically a Ken doll, which is um which is really fun. And it's super cute. I really liked it and the soundtrack is good for that one too. And then last night we started the Shield Hero one, which I don't know if you've heard of that one, but that one it's a little bit darker. But yeah, we're still on the isekai train. Yeah, every time we're looking, I have been trying to force Kurt to watch Demon Slayer with me again because I really want to watch it again since I've been reading the comic.
Yes.
And and he's like, "No, I want more isekai." So I'm like, "Okay, fine." So then we
Fine.
go and find another isekai.
Fine.
Fine.
Fine. But Kurt, if you ever listen to this, I know I'm slurring my words. You Demon Slayer, mm, I think you might want to give it a shot. I would love for you to give it a shot for yourself, for Carta, for
So
the world, for the culture.
like it took me 3 months to get him to watch Jujutsu Kaisen with me. Um and
And
he
then he
loves it.
watched it and he loved it, right? He fucking loved it.
Yeah.
He's gonna
So
love Demon Slayer.
I know that. You know that. But you can't force these things. You have to allow them to happen organically. So I'm
That's true.
just
You're right.
waiting until I can just randomly start it and like force him to watch it by accident.
Like, oh, you just happen to be in the
Oh,
room.
oopsie
Oh,
doodle. Start it. Yeah. But yeah, so eventually that's going to happen, but I have been reading the Demon Slayer manga as well and I got up to the entertainment arc. So that is where I am. I will say what's interesting is the anime actually added things for the Mugen Train. It
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, it added, all that stuff with, Dengoku's background, it added.
Mhm.
Like, it had the scene with his mom telling him that he was gonna be great and all, but, like, all of the extra stuff was added. The stuff where he helped the people, who made the lunchboxes was added. The part with him eating, udon in the beginning was added. Like, none of that stuff is in the manga.
Wow. Well, I think they made good choices.
They really did. Like, they they were like, "We are gonna make you feel things.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we
We're
are
gonna
gonna
make
make
you
you
feel
fall in
things.
love with this guy because we're planning to kill
And
him."
then we're gonna turn him into a
Just
donut. Donut
murk
daddy.
him. Um, but, like, yeah, so I will say also that, I'm also collecting scenes that I wanna redraw. I wanna do redraws on, like, on a bunch of things just to for practice, and because for some reason, like, I like drawing Demon Slayer better than, like, any of the other manga that I've tried
Mm.
to do art of, and I don't know why. It just speaks to me.
It's so good. It's so good.
Mhm. It really is, and, like, the kids. Oh my god, I love the kids so much. I just want to adopt all of them.
Right? I'm like, that's why I'm like, Zenitsu is like my baby.
Yeah,
My baby.
like,
I just wanna protect him and make sure that he ends up in a good relationship in the future because he's a bit of a doormat.
he is, yeah, completely. He will be, like, totally taken over, completely. His simping power is over 9,000. He is excellent at it. Um, yeah, and then today in the car, I started thinking of Jujutsu Kaisen too hard and started and, like, I had a bit of a crying fit before my massage. So I went in,
Oh
like, sniffing, and
no.
my guy's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I was thinking of Jujutsu Kaisen too hard," and he's like, "You are such a nerd." I'm like, "Shut up, I won't be able to breathe this entire time." I'm about to drown in my own snot. I know it was a bad idea. But yeah, so it was my own fault for watching too much, Satosugu content before leaving the house today. So, that was my bad. How about you? What have you been watching, reading today or this week?
Well, one of the things I actually looked at a game and I played it for 5 minutes. It's in its open beta, and
Okay.
it's like World of Warcraft meets Stardew Valley, and it's called Palia or
Yeah.
Palia. It's Palia, I think it is. Oh, Playa. It's spelled Palia. You could go online right now, create an account, download it, and play it for free 00. So I spent a little bit of time looking at that in that world, and I already know that if I play it, I'm going to be super frustrated about not making a lot of money quickly. Even though it's in its
Oh
beta,
my
I'm
god.
going to be like, I'm broke and I need to build this goddamn farm and my crops haven't come in.
That
Da, da, da,
just
da, da,
reminds me,
da.
I was talking to somebody the other day about The Sims, and somebody was like, "Man, you can't really cheat in games," and I'm like, "The entire point of the original Sims was using the cheat codes to have unlimited money and making my giant lesbian witch house, that, like."
Preach.
Like, if I wanted to struggle with, like, budgeting, why would I play that game?
Hmm.
Give me all the
Hmm.
money so I can just live with my coven and raise our children to be abducted by aliens. Thank you.
Amazing. Exactly. 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 So, like, I played that for like 5 minutes, and then I finished reading the second book in Love Me for Who I Am.
Yes.
And I knew something was up with Koto-chan. Is
Mhm.
that her name? I was like, you getting angry and you don't even know the situation. And then when Koto-chan got angry again, I'm like, I bet you are in love with Magomo. What am I pronouncing?
I think it's Megamoo?
Megamu.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, you are in love. But I didn't realize that she wanted them to be a girl so that she could be with her because she's a lesbian. Like,
Yes.
I'm
Like,
like,
that whole thing
heart
is like,
hurt.
"Oh, hun, no, that's not how this works. It's not how
No,
any of this works."
no. And she is struggling because towards the end of what I read, when they were like, I'm going to do something about maybe learn how to make my voice a little higher. And Koto-chan was like, yes, do that.
Mhm.
If you want. I'm like, girl, you gotta let this ship sail.
Yeah.
You gotta like let it go. So I read that. And what else did I read today? I started reading a book that talks about black witches or Aje through
Ooh.
Yoruba culture because I was trying to figure out like what word seems to like really really fit me as who I am as a spiritualist. And so like I was looking at different words that mean witch, and I really can't do wise one. I really can't do that. Like like that one does not work for me.
I
But
understand.
follow the wild path. I'm like, I'm not wild. I'm not out here in this wilderness. I
I
try
am
to do
domesticated,
this.
thank you very much. I am an inside cat.
Yes, yes. I
I need to
you
be
know.
pet and fed on the regular.
I mean, amen. Like we trying to live that life. So and I was like, kitchen witch? And I'm like, no, no, you don't like to cook. You don't like to cook. Um, and I couldn't like root worker, and I'm like, mm, that's why I've been going with Soul Stitcher for so long.
Mhm.
But now I'm like, oh, Ajay. Ajay sounds right. So I've been reading about that and more about Yoruba culture in general. Wait, I'm gonna mute myself. I had to burp. And we're back. So that's one thing that I like did. And another what I watched this week was um I watched Yuri on Ice again because I can't without. I think it's gonna be something I watch every 2 months or something like that because I
Yeah.
love it. I recommended it on a very straight feed, on one of my Facebook feeds, very straight feed. Someone was looking for anime, and I'm like, you should watch Yuri on Ice. Um, so that happened. Oh God, I watched this last season of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because I started reading through my fan fiction to see what I was gonna send you.
Yeah.
And so then it made me nostalgic. So I went back to season 3 and watched some of the cool things from season 3 that I really liked. I felt more for Azula than I have on any watching the third season. Like I
Yeah.
felt really, I'm like, this bitch. But I wrote some stuff for her too, and it was like there was a sequence when Mai said to her, like, I love Zuko more than I fear you. Like in her mind, she heard her mother saying, like, I like she's seeing her mother leave to protect her brother.
Mhm.
And she's like, you should have loved me too. You should have loved me more. And that's why she almost like zaps Samaya to death.
Like, she
But
has so much trauma.
she does.
She has so much trauma.
But she's
Like,
also
I
probably chemically disrupted.
unbalanced, yeah. Oh, no, she's
Yeah.
definitely unbalanced. But, like, the fact that she like, a lot of people are just like, "Oh, Azula's a bitch," without acknowledging the fact that they were both abused by their father, like, constantly. How are you gonna simp
Yep.
Zuko and hate Azula? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, it never
Yep.
has.
Like it's the whole like black sheep and golden child situation
Mm,
was happening with
mhm.
them.
Yeah,
And
for sure, for
whatever
sure.
side you're on, it's harmful. And oh shit, I found that the golden child often becomes narcissistic.
That makes
So
sense.
yeah.
'Cause, like, I think
Yeah.
Azula really just wanted acceptance,
Yes.
because when they were on that beach and actually just hanging out together like they were family, I think that was when she was the happiest, was when they could, like, all be together and be cool. But then Zuko decided to go off and hang out with the Avatar, and she's like, "God damn it."
She felt betrayed again. She felt
Yeah.
unaccepted and she didn't feel like loved. And yeah, she was chasing her father's love, like notice me. Like, yeah. So I watched that and was like, God, I can't believe this was a kid's show. Like,
Like, there's so much stuff in it, and, like, I keep seeing people say, like, they're rewatching anime that they saw as a kid, and they're like, anime is not really for kids," and it's like, "No, it's for everyone." 'Cause, like, 'ca they were specifically talking about, what was it? Hunter x Hunter? Um,
mm-hmm,
because Hisoka is problematic for various reasons. Um, the clown guy
mm-hmm,
who is obsessed with Gon. Um, I haven't actually seen Hunter x Hunter or read it, but I think that's gonna be one that I'm gonna read first.
mm.
I think I'm actually gonna read that one first. Kinda like One Piece. I'm definitely not gonna watch One Piece first.
Oh my God.
That's
Are
too
you
daunting.
sure? I had someone recommend, like, they were like, "Oh, you want to watch an anime? Watch One Piece." And I'm like, "The One Piece is the anime that's going to be all the anime that you're going to watch for the rest of your life because it's
Yeah.
got like a stupid amount of episodes."
Like, I can
That's a
tear
soul
through
commitment.
manga. I can tear through manga, but, like, anime is at least 20 minutes an episode, and if you're talking about 700 episodes times 20 minutes.
It's more than 700 episodes.
Yeah, there's more at this point. I'm just saying, like, just estimating around 700 episodes at 20 minutes apiece, that's at least 1,400 minutes of episodes. That's too much. No, that's 14,000 minutes of episodes? I am bad at
Yeah.
math.
But there's like 1,071 episodes of One Piece.
The chapters of the manga are up to 1,089, I think, last
Oh.
I checked, yes. But at the same time, I tear through manga, like, I read really fast,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know, we'll see.
Let's see, what else have I been? I think it's been I watched the next episode of My Happy Marriage. Oh, it is like
I
I understand how you get when you like see a character and they're in danger and
Mhm.
how you like feel for them and how you're attached to them and you almost cry. Like I always understood it. Like I felt that way with Violet Evergarden, but I feel it's so much more with this one. That like I was like, bitch, they did you wrong. They did you wrong. And she's just like finally standing up for herself after like her whole life of not standing up for herself. And she's not raising her voice, but she's still standing up for herself. And she's in a really fucked up situation. And she's like, y'all gonna have to kill me because I ain't doing it. Y'all gonna have to kill me because I ain't doing it. She ain't say it like that. Like she ain't that hood. But like,
But she should have been.
but like, but like, it was just so good. And then I watched another episode of what is it called? Oh God, Saint
The
Cecilia
Uko?
and Pastor Lawrence.
Oh, that one, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
was trying
gave
to remember.
Oku a little break because they were triggering me.
Oh, no.
There was another assault scene, so I was like, So I gave them a little bit of break. Life is hard. Actually, what happened in the show is they're happy right now. And I know as soon as I move on to the next episode, shit's
They're not
probably
gonna be
gonna pop.
happy
They're not gonna be
anymore.
happy. So
You're like,
So
"Things are too good, I don't trust
I don't
it."
trust it. I pumped the fucking brakes. I'm like, I can't watch this. I need it to be okay for a little while longer. I need it to be all right. I need there to be peace in the
I
home.
do that with shows too. That's like, oh my god, no, like or, like, something really bad will happen, and I'm like, "I know you gotta move on, and I know you gotta do something else, but I can't go with you this time. I need to step
Mhm.
away. I can't go back in time with you this time, Takemichi. It's not gonna happen. I will wait until Rawiyah can watch this show with me because I'm not doing it by myself. We're going together."
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. So like I think that's it of what I've been watching and reading. Um the only other thing I've been doing is the book, which my stack used to be like a huge stack of pages, and now I have like this much. It's like 15 pieces, no, 13 pieces I have to complete, and there's like one more piece that I'm thinking about in my head about caretakers. Um and about how we're at the age where we're being auntified right now, and
Mhm.
like how we especially we as Gen Y and millennials
Yeah.
are like seem to be aging backwards in a way.
Yeah, that's
Like
like
the thing
when I saw that
the one you
TikTok, I was
sent
like, "This
me,
is a little too real."
it is real. And it's like I look around and like, yeah, no, I can't afford a house, but I'm getting all the books that I wanted as a child.
Yeah. Like,
Like
I can't afford retirement, but, I can get a new tattoo, you know?
yeah, yeah, and it's right, and it's just like, well, look, we look at how that happened, and while Gen X talks about, well, we're the latchkey kids, it's like shit. Gen Y was latchkey too.
Yeah, totally.
Gen Y was we were latchkey as well.
We were after school programs.
Yes,
We were like, it's not like parents stopped working late the
yeah.
instant millennials happened.
There is a fucking overlap.
Yeah.
And I feel like instead of being bitter, we've turned to more like medication. We turned to more medication and to fulfilling the desires of our child, like of our inner child. And I think that we, and I think that gets to be talked about how we get
Yeah.
to do that, like remove the shame from feeling like, oh, feeling bad about the fact that you can't buy a house,
Mhm.
feeling bad about like being realistic at the socioeconomic climate that we've been left in. So I don't know where that started from. The fuck was I talking about?
I do feel like we're the first generation that has really embraced the things that we like as a kid. Like, we still like
Yes,
video games, we still like anime, we still like comics, we still like reading books all the
Legos is
time.
going strong. You
Legos
heard
is
me?
going seriously, we are collecting tchotchkes as for fun because we feel like it and they make
Yep.
us happy.
Everything
Um,
except Beanie Babies.
yeah, well, we learned our lesson with Beanie Babies the hard way, just like everyone else. Like, it's like we and the boomers remember the Beanie Baby craze that everyone else has forgotten.
Oh my god. So yeah, so I wanna that's what I was talking about. I wanna write about that because I think it's like if there's that happening where we want to take care of the things that our inner child needed and didn't get to have because we had to be so grown at such a young age.
Mhm.
And then there's we're at that age where people start to um auntie us. They start to treat us like, oh, you've lived twice as long as me, or almost. Like, you must have some great wisdom to offer, or you're supposed to be stable so you can support me either financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Like, because
And
we
that's
didn't have all of our
true,
parents present either. So,
but honestly, I'm not mad about that part. Like I have taken like I've been commissioning art a bunch of my OCs that I'm going to make a comic out of because I want to pay these kids money so that they're better off and they're having a better time because
Yeah.
I can. You know what I
Yeah, but
mean?
that's with consent.
True, true. No
That's
one's
with
forcing it on
consent.
me.
No one's forcing it on you. I'm talking about when it gets forced on you or expected of you.
I've never had that happen.
Yeah, I've had it happen. And maybe
Oh
it's because
no.
I've had it happen. I've had it happen several times. It's been happening since I was 30.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe it's because I act like I'm 15 all the time that they, like, take a second to realize I'm super old. They're like, "Wait a second, you're how old?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm old." I do get called auntie a lot in game, though,
Hmm.
by other people, um,
And there's
but
some
that's
people who
fine.
use it as a term of endearment, and there's some people for whom it's an unspoken ask to be taken care of. So that's what I want to write about. It's like, how do you balance being an auntie or of a certain age
Mhm.
and allowing yourself the space to have all of the experiences you didn't have when you were younger because you grew up in
Mm.
latchkey situations or in certain kind of neighborhoods or all this other stuff. And I love it. I do see more videos and pictures of us like doing shit that we didn't get to do. And I love it. And I want more of it. I want more of us to consciously do it. So
Mhm.
that's a new piece that I'm going to be working on for the book. But yeah, and then at the end of the week, I was just, staring at the box you sent me.
Desperately wanting to open it, but knowing you promised me you wouldn't.
Yes. I did make a mistake when it first arrived and looked and saw one thing. I opened one thing.
Well, you didn't open the whole thing, I
I
don't
didn't
think.
open the whole thing. No, I did. I took it out the
You just
box.
peeked. You peeked it.
I took it out the box.
Well, it's a multi thing. I packaged 4 things
For
together, so it's
yes.
not one thing. You
So I
just
had the rest of the box to go
peeked
through.
it.
But
Yeah.
can we
Oh,
talk about
that's what
this?
you opened? You opened it. What?
I did. I
So,
did.
that's the same company that made my little
Oh,
we
that's so
have matching
cute.
ones. So
Yay.
he sternly stares at me while I work to make sure that I
Oh
don't
my
work
God.
overtime and that I eat food.
Oh my God. So what we're holding up is Cartabus is holding up a little Nanami. Um, and it's made of a softer kind of but plastic when they have swivel heads, but their
Yeah.
position is fixed. So Carta has an Anami one, and Carta sent me a Zenitsu one, who also sits on my desk and looks at me like, "Why
Oh.
aren't you working?"
We can do it. He's a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah. So his
gentler. So
his
so
head is to the side,
because
totally.
Nanami's got the little angry eyebrows. But yeah, so they have the little tilty heads. They're called look-up figures
Hmm.
because they can look up at you
Hmm.
from wherever you set them. But yeah, I put him on my little
Yeah,
computer and he just stares at me
yeah.
and wonders why I'm not doing things that I should be doing.
Yes, yes. I feel this. I feel the same way about Sleepy Sue. It's like,
So there are that's not the only Sleepy Tzu item that I sent you. So when you said I found Sleepy Tzu, I did not know which item you meant.
oh well,
So that's why I was like, "Oh, you go ahead and open the box. Let's just do this
yay,
now."
yay. Okay, this is so exciting. Oh
They're
my
leaning
God.
over to open things in the
Did you
box right
send
now.
me? Oh my God, this is your painting?
It's one of them. There are multiple things in there. Open it up.
I can see through the bubble. And also, you gave me bubble wrap, which,
I know how you like bubble wrap. I got you 2 different kinds of bubble wrap too.
oh, bonus. bonus. I'm trying to get in here. It's hard to open up things when you're high. Well,
Fair,
I mean, it's
fair.
easy to open up some things when you're high, like your legs. Ooh, I'm not trying to give everybody ASMR. This is so good. This is so good.
So
Oh
it
my
is a
God.
cell type painting, so I basically
Huh?
painted it in reverse, and I also sent you the original sketches as well because especially the Zenitsu one, I think it came out really good. So,
Oh my God.
granted there's paint marks on it now, but you can still see the original sketch.
Oh, thank you for the original sketch. Oh my God, Carta, this is amazing. Oh my God. You sent me a picture of my baby daddy. You drew my baby daddy too. You drew my baby daddy.
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me? He's going in the bedroom for real. This is so amazing. Carta, this
Show th
is, I'm so grateful.
show them the Zenitsu too.
Zenitsu. If you're not watching this on YouTube, I think we only have a Spotify. Know that we have a YouTube too where you can find these episodes. You actually see us. But Zenitsu, so cool.
Yeah, so those were fun. I have a
So
bunch
cool.
more that I can do, but, I made myself a portrait of Nanami, and I'm not a fan, so I'm gonna do a different one.
Hmm.
I like it more when they're, like, a little dynamic. So, like, the portraits I picked were, like, super contrasty and interesting.
Oh,
But I had to get his eye. I had to get one with his
you
eye.
got his eye. You got his eye. He's just like looking out like, oh my God. It's making me blush.
So I think that scene was the one where he was teaching Shigeru how to do a domain. So he's
Mm,
explaining how to do the domain expansion to him.
yeah. He's the baby daddy. He really is.
I just think it's a win because you recognized him immediately. You were like, "I know who
One,
that
it's
is."
it's incredibly well done. It's so well done. And two, yes, I can pick my baby daddy out of a lineup. Out of a lineup. Let me tell you. Ooh, ooh, I gotta stop looking at him. Ooh, oh my God. This is the one I wanted to watch. Seaside Stranger,
Yeah.
the one I think it's on Crunchyroll under a different name. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Zero to the bone.
Okay, so
Let me show you this one.
that one's real hot. It's very well written too. Like, I
Parental advisory.
yeah.
Oh,
It is
I
advised
can't
for a
wait.
reason, but I think you're gonna like it a lot.
Zero to the bone. Okay, I'm down. I can't wait to read this one. Seaside Stranger.
It's very
Both of them.
cute, and it's very good, the way that it's together like that.
We've got some more manga. So what do you mean birds never fly? Oh, you told me about this one.
Yeah, I think you'll like that one too.
Cool. Oh, look at I mean, these covers. I mean, I mean,
Yeah.
he is one person is pinning his arms to the wall. This other guy's arms to the wall, whose foot is on his shoulder, and They're like kneeling over each other and in suits. Like that is
Yeah, that one gets a little dark.
oh
But,
my God.
in ways that I
Is he
think you'll
licking
be
his
cool
foot?
with. Yeah. Yeah.
This is gonna be completely lovely. Thank you for getting me manga that I can read. And there's still something in here. Oh my God.
There's a bunch in there left, yeah.
I'm just gonna cover my baby daddy's face up with these books right quick because
You're gonna
I'm
get too distracted.
distracted.
Well, I am glad that you like that one. That's the one that I was painting on Wednesday while we were talking. And you can probably see why I was so stressed out while painting them because they
Oh my God. Is this all the boys? Is this all the babies? I see a Tanjiro in here. I see Inosuke in here.
No, Inosuke should not be in there
Oh
because I
no,
have
you
Inosuke.
have Inosuke. This is oh my God, why can't I remember her name?
It's Nezuko.
Nezuko. Nezuko in here? Oh my God, it's the babies. I love that you have Inosuke that unites us together.
Yeah, it was a set of 6 of them and I kept the other set, so these are my little guys.
Oh, so cute.
And also, I can never remember her name. Kanoe? The one with the little butterfly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I've got Kanoe and Inosuke and Rengoku, and you have Tanjiro and Nezuko and Zenitsu. So
Oh, thank you. I love my little sentences.
they live on my computer desk. So I I have Nanami looking at me from my laptop, and I've got those 3 staring at me from my computer, from my work computer.
Hella cute. Let's see. Oh my, there's still more.
When I do a care package, I do a care package, and I even forgot an item and had it shipped out today. So you should have it Monday or Tuesday.
Oh my God. Ooh, Infinite. You got me.
Mhm. I got you the Gojo perfume.
You got me the Gojo perfume.
And I have the Nanami perfume. It says overtime. It smells like fresh laundry for some reason, and I love it. But that one smells like ozone. It's like really nice. I highly recommend.
Let's smell what my baby daddy smell like. Oh, oh,
Right? It's really good, isn't it?
it has layers. Oh my God. What I like about it is it smells kind of sweet at first, and then it just smells like sex, like trouble. It smells sweet at first, but then there's this underlying of it has 2 notes that hit the nose. Oh, did you get me my baby daddy too?
No, the next scent is not that.
Oh, there's
But
another
there's
scent in here?
something else in the box. Yeah, there are more things in the box.
Oh, what's in here? This looks fancy.
It kind of is.
This looks real fancy. It came with a cord. It's got this charcoal color blocks. I'm just like narrating for people who are watching us on Spotify. It says Aroma Del Mar Solid Fragrance. This looks fancy as fuck. Ooh. Inspired by the wild coastal shorelines of the West Coast, Del Mar provides a tasteful scent reflecting the freshness of the open ocean breeze and salty mist of crashing waves.
Yeah, it's a really nice unisex scent. And the way that you open them, because I have a couple other fragrances, is you gotta twist it. It's heavy
Oh,
though. Isn't
this
that nice?
this is lovely.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one.
This smells like a queer promise. Oh my God. Oh,
It
oh
smells
my
like
God.
California coast.
You know how you want like it's almost like what you wish Axe and Irish Spring soap and and Old Spice if they would take themselves seriously, what they could smell like
Mhm.
if they had a baby all together and that baby was luxurious, married really, really rich, that's what this would be like. The container is also so unique. It feels so heavy and weighty and also
Yeah.
timeless. It feels like you're opening something. They really did a good job on this, like scent and how it is delivered. That's very unique. I got mad respect for that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. It smells amazing.
Mhm.
Um, I know I'm like giving a review like blah 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 and notes of cinnamon.
Like,
Um,
it works.
oh my god. This is the last one. And I can't even
I mean, you can tell what it is before opening
I
it.
know I know what it is. I know what it is. And I'm trying to get into it. And this is the one that is the most wrapped up.
It is.
Give me my
That's
daddy.
that's that's how it came.
Give me my baby daddy. Oh, he is so stupid. He is so stupid. He's gonna be on the other side of my desk that's like, no, play playa. Oh my god. And it's a
It's
little
it's
Gojo.
a little Gojo.
Oh, oh my god. Yeah. He's gonna sit on the other side of my desk and tell me to not do my work. That's what's gonna happen there. I am
Maybe I
so
shouldn't have sent that to you.
I am so grateful for this care package. Thank you.
I already started collecting items for the next one,
Oh my
so
god. I've had to clear off a whole new shelf just to put the anime and stuff manga you've been sending me. I was like, I'm out of space for books. I was like, you got a floor. It's just one of those kinds of situations.
yes.
Whew. Oh my god. This has been great. I'm still opening stuff. Like I'm opening packages that other things have come in. Oh, you're gonna have your own little Nesco right next to you, isn't it, Sue? Actually, I might put your boy between them because
Tanjiro's a little protective.
and he has right to be so. I mean,
Yeah.
like Zenitsu's like Zenitsu started chasing her around as soon as she got out the box. He's like, leave my sister alone.
No, Zenitsu got, like, super angry that Tanjiro was carrying around a hot girl with him the entire time.
Oh, that's right.
He was like, "How dare you? If I'd known you've been lovey-dovey this whole time." And he's like, it's not like that. Shut up and leave me alone. And leave my sister alone too." And he's like, "Oh, it was your sister? You should have said
Sister.
so." He's like, "I did, but you wouldn't shut up long enough for me to tell you."
Oh my god. He's putting little Zenitsu together. Yeah, I gotta make sure my Zenitsu cosplay wig is on point if I choose to wear a wig because, like, I saw somebody else's wig and I was like, you just gave up. I'm like, so I got so judgmental and I'm like, oh, you can't be that judgmental unless you're gonna be like flawless. And I decided I'm gonna be judgmental and flawless.
Like, then I'll be flawless.
Mhm. No big. Meow. Um,
Meow. Meow,
so
meow,
what
meow.
else are we going to talk about today? Like, I
So,
got this box open.
so you
Amazing
got the
care
box
package.
open and enjoyed everything inside. I'm thinking about posting the paintings with, like, the under sketches as, like, a reel. Do you think
I
that would
think
be
you
cool?
should.
I think I will. 'Cause I took hella photos, hella process photos, because honestly, I was super proud while making that Zenitsu. I was so proud of the
It's
progress
so
I made
fucking
on that,
good.
because I was like, I was nervous the whole time. I was like, "Am I gonna be able to blend this coat good? Am I gonna" you know? So, the fact that it came out decent made me extremely
Came
happy.
out more than decent. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
It's absolutely fucking amazing. I love it. I fucking love it. And I am a Virgo. So like I be having feelings about shit. The only feelings I have about what you drew is like excitement and gratitude.
Yay. I'm glad. I think it's because I'm so harsh on myself, so, like, I see all of the tiny little things that I missed or imperfections that other people
Mhm.
probably wouldn't notice based on the photos I took. So, that's fine. I'm happy
Mhm.
about it. Yeah, let's talk about Given.
Oh.
It was so good, right?
It was really really good and it was nice to see a romantic piece where it wasn't just one generation.
Mhm.
Like I mean, I guess it is one generation, like, but you get to see how high school kids were dealing with their relationship and how people a step above, like in college, were dealing with their relationships. And both ways were like grown and really like considerate and the thoughtfulness that was happening between everyone. Well, there was that one moment. Oh my God. Okay. So the reveal at the end where your boy is like, he's just like, I was shaking myself and man, where are you? And he was like, oh shit, that smells so good. That smells
That that's okay. Feel
got
your
this
feelings.
I got distracted. Um so yeah, it was amazing. I loved the songs. I loved the emotion behind the songs and the stories behind the songs that
Mhm.
he wrote. Because each one of them was, a story like that was
Yeah.
happening. And I love the sensitivity. I love the lack of toxic masculinity. I hate the violin dude. Um,
Ugetsu is like he is a problem. You find out a lot
but I
so,
still
like
feel for him.
yeah, I highly recommend the comic whenever you have time for it, just because or I'll just get it for you later.
Oh
Um
my god.
because, like, it's worth it. Essentially, you get a lot of extra information about their relationship, like, the kind of follow-up where you find out that, Uenoyama and Sato have been kind of at odds a little bit while in summer school because they haven't
Mhm.
been spending as much time together, because Sato has literally been spending all of his time at Akihiko's house and spending time with Ugetsu. And you find out, like, the song that he wrote for the competition is n it's inspired not only by, Ugetsu's relationship with Akihiko, it's also inspired by, um, when he saw the clock on the wall, that's
Mhm.
what he's actually talking about at the beginning of the song,
Oh.
is basically essentially coming to terms with his last relationship and the fact that he's in a new one and that there's
Yeah.
hope now.
I got that from the song, but I
Yeah.
didn't, yeah, connect that other part.
Yeah, they didn't make that super clear. Alternately, the guy who got them into the first live, Taki,
Hmm.
he actually ends up with Uenoyama's sister. So
I'm so
she
glad that
gets
bitch got somebody because
she gets her own happy ending. Yeah.
she was like, she was trying. I couldn't tell. Was she involved with one of the band members at one point?
No, she was in love with Akihiko, but she was rejected constantly by him because he was not into being in a relationship. He was kind of just being a fuckboy for a really long time.
Yeah, he was just being a fuck boy,
And he was doing that
literally.
because, essentially, and again, that you find this out, basically, Ugetsu would just bring home men to sleep with
Hmm.
into the house that they shared together.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And Akihiko would have to find somewhere else to be that night, and that's when he basically would go and find a girl who would take him
Hmm.
in for the night, and they would do sexy things because that was essentially he was essentially being a call boy for
Hmm.
for housing, which is why
Hmm.
he decided to stay with Haru. It was kind of
Not
a
that
big deal for
situation.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he didn't want Haru to think badly of him, but he hadn't fallen in love yet, and he needed to
Hmm.
let the love for Ugetsu die first.
Yes, I did note that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got me over here smelling like Gojo. Oh my god. Given was so good for so many reasons. Um, it was really good storytelling. The
Yeah, it's
pacing was really good.
and the story was, like, incredibly human. It was just extremely realistic the way that they depicted their relationships and how the band members did stuff, and I love stories like that where it's like, I either want the story to be completely fantastical or very grounded in the way that it's told.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a lot of the romance anime and stuff like that is very light and almost too fluffy. This one was it wasn't dark, like, they weren't mean to each other because I hate that
Mm-hmm.
too. Like, when the main characters are mean to each other, I can't stand it. Like, I won't watch it. In this one, it's very clear that they very much like each other, the
Mm-hmm.
main pairing. And yeah, Ueno Yama's a little bit of a tsundere, but, like, not in a way that is uncomfortable, more like, "Oh, you like him."
Mm-hmm.
And that scene where he got confessed to and all of the hymns in his head started freaking out, I love that
Mm-hmm.
scene
That was
so
so well
much.
done.
It's so funny.
It reminded me of this Korean comic called Yumi's Cells.
Oh, yeah, you've mentioned that one before.
Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to read it, like I would say read. I think it was on Webtoon. It's so amazingly done. It's like she has a feeling, and the cells, which are humanoid in her, and all have a reaction. Like she has a love cell, a creative cell, a fashion cell, a stingy cell. Her food cell is the biggest cell she has. It wins hands down, like food. She's like, I'm hungry, feed me. Um, so yeah, that scene was so great. So Given was amazing. It's definitely going on the list as one of the animes I'm gonna watch again.
Yeah, that was my
Um,
second full go through, but the climax with the first song, episode, I've watched probably 7 times on its own,
there's a lot
and
going on in that sequence.
yeah, it makes me cry every single time too. I am very emotional about this series. Like even the second song in the movie makes me cry, but like for a different reason. It's a different kind of cry.
Hmm.
Cuz like
Oh,
the
that
first one's
reminds me.
yeah.
The second season of Heartstopper is out on Netflix.
I saw that. I need to watch it cuz I have all of the comics and I've read all of the comics on Tapas
Hmm.
and I love it. The next season though is probably going to like spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched it yet, but the next season is probably going to heavily deal with the main character's eating disorder.
Hmm.
So, just a heads up if that is a trigger for anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, given Heartstoppers, what else? What's next?
That's up to you. What are we watching next?
Oh, the
It's
next
your
thing we're
choice.
watching.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Whew, had to burp again. I think it's gonna be a movie.
Okay.
And I'm thinking if we watch a movie, it's gonna be Tokyo Godfathers.
Okay.
Or if we watch a show, I'm gonna watch Violet Evergarden with you.
Who again, that is up to you. I will watch either. I'm just anticipating crying the entire time we watch Violet Evergarden because I've only seen 2 episodes and both of them made me cry. Each episode, I was just sobbing halfway
We're
through
not
them.
even at the saddest episode yet.
Do not tell me that. I am already anticipating ugly crying through the entire second season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I do not need this other one.
Oh my god. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go on the Violet Evergarden because that would just be cruel. That's just me being an ass.
No, 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 no. If you want to watch it again, I will watch it, and it's fine because I am
Okay,
going to be an ass when we watch Jujutsu Kaisen because we're
okay.
gonna watch the first 5 episodes of season 2, and then we're gonna watch the movie, and then we're gonna watch season 1, and then we're gonna get into the Shibuya incident
Wait, but we watched season one. We're gonna watch it again?
because we're gonna go in chronological order.
Wait. So we're watching season one again.
No, 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 no.
No, chronological order. So we're watching the
Chronological.
first
So we're
half.
watching the first 5 episodes of season 2, which is the when Gojo was a teenager episodes.
Hmm.
Then we're watching the movie, which is the prequel to season 1.
I saw the movie.
I know, but it's going to hit different after seeing the first 5
You're like,
episodes. I
bitch, what you don't
promise.
get, we're watching it again, bitch. You're like, bitch, we're watching it again. Like, just calm the
We
fuck
did not
down.
watch those together.
Relax your
You watched
brain.
them and I watched them previously. We watched like 4
Oh,
episodes together. We did not watch the entire season together.
oh shit, you're right.
And I
Wait, did
promise
I
it
watch the
it
movie by myself?
yes, you
I did.
did.
Okay.
Yes, you did. But like I think we need to watch it in chronological order because when the stuff happens in the first 5 episodes and especially the 5th episode and then you see the movie, it is going to hit differently. It is going to
Right.
hit vastly differently
I believe.
because if we're going broken hearts, we're going all the way broken hearts. That's all I'm saying. So if I am allowed to be cruel like that, you can definitely make me watch it. Violet
All
Evergarden.
right. All right. I just want to hold your hand through it. I want to watch it again, but also I want to be there for you
And
because
that's totally cool because you're gonna have to hold my hand when we watch Tokyo Revengers together too. We'll have to hold each other's hands because that one is
we
stressful.
we will
It
make it
is
through.
it is stressful.
I'm sorry, yeah. I'm just over here sniffing myself because it's changing. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. It smells so good. So yeah, that's so it might be. It was probably going to be Violet Evergarden then. Now I'm
Okay.
stuck between Violet Evergarden or Assassination Classroom.
Oh, I want to see that one too. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. So Either of
Yeah, I
those is
haven't
fine with
seen it
me.
either.
You just figure it out before Tuesday and we'll be good to
Okay.
go.
All right, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, cool.
But yeah, I have so many feelings about the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's not even like the hard bits aren't out yet, and I have a feeling that the spoilers are going to be almost unavoidable, which is a
Mm-hmm.
problem. Because like I wanted to send you a video earlier, and it was basically just somebody talking about how mad they were after reading ahead a little bit, and I'm like, but the comments were all spoilers. Every single comment was a spoiler, so I couldn't send it over because people were like, I don't know how I feel about this as long as XYZ doesn't happen to XYZ character. And everybody's like, bitch, guess what? Bitch, guess what happens to that character? Nobody's safe. Yeah, it was it's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
Uh
Okay. All right.
mm, I have so many feelings about it. I have so many feelings about it. Oh, I'm gonna start crying again. I need to stop. I need to stop thinking about it too hard. Uh it
I'll
is
get
gonna
through
be
it. Me and my little Gojo.
it's gonna be an exercise for your heart. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh,
I'm here for it. I just don't want what I don't want is to end up in the Ringoku romance. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're
that's what I don't want.
mhm,
But if I
I
do, I will
understand.
carry the banner um in my heart forever.
I
He is
understand. It's
just like Wash and Firefly.
oh,
Like I'm a
I, d-
leaf on the wind.
I assure you, Gojo does not die.
Okay.
He's the only one I assure you that about, though.
Okay. I need him to live. I need him to live.
But he does go through some shit. He goes through so much shit.
I believe. I believe. And he's either gonna emerge broken or stronger or both. Because he's Gojo.
He's Gojo. He's just gonna get crazier because that's how he is.
That is how he is.
Like, I don't know
Goofy
what's gonna
ass.
happen in the current comic arc. Because, like I said,
Mm.
he's fighting Sukuna, and they are entirely too evenly matched. It is
Mm.
nerve wracking.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Especially because Sukuna's in a vessel. And you're like, I don't want Sukuna's vessel to die.
Yep.
I will be very upset.
Very MAD. Better not happen.
Mm.
He better not be Games of Thrones in his characters.
Honestly, Gege hates us all. He is on record saying that he hates Gojo. He is on record saying that he hates Gojo because Gojo's too OP. And it's like, oh, so that's why you had to break his heart like 3 times. Is that what's going on?
Wait,
You
what's too
bastard.
OP?
He's
What's
saying
OP?
he's saying overpowered.
Oh, oh, I don't. Let him be.
Yeah, yeah.
Let him just be.
Yeah, he's basically on record saying that he hates Gojo and he hates Yuji, and I'm like, Yuji is a child.
Yes.
Please, please leave him alone. But then you find out some stuff and you're like, oh my god, poor baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be real rough. We'll get through it though. We'll get through it together.
Together.
Oh.
Now I want ice cream.
Then do you have ice cream?
I do, but I don't want to go get it. I'll get it later. What are we talking about next?
Let's talk about how fulfilling spiritually doing things creatively is, because I have been feeding my fucking soul, and I've just been doing comic art, and it still makes me incredibly happy to the point I am obsessed with it. Like, all of the dopamine, just every single little crumb of dopamine in the world is being fed to me through doing art,
Mm,
and I can't stop. And I realize that I'm raising tons of energy while I'm doing it too, just
mm-hmm.
like excessive amounts. And I keep leveling up, so it's making me exhausted, but at the same time happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. With the My medium is writing, and I have struggled with it because I've been doing so much writing
Mhm.
for profit. I mean, it's also my ideas, but it's also like this is going to be one of the fuels that fuels my ventures in the future. Like, I'm writing stuff to present at events and things like that. I'm writing things um for social media. Like, just the writing out of necessity was very uncomfortable for me, but it's
Mm.
been forcing me to find out what my voice is now and
Yeah.
how my voice has changed and how I have changed and embracing all of that. And I find that it's been, it's been, I was mad. I was big mad because I couldn't access my writing the same way I used to access my writing. Um, it's like one of my friends, he used to play guitar and he still plays guitar, but there was a time when he decided he was going to quit smoking, and he
Mhm.
found that he couldn't play the guitar because he always smoked when he played the guitar. And he was going through some
Oh.
kind of emotional mental thing because he
Yeah.
had set up these neurons in his brain and these activators in his spirit that nicotine was a thing that helped him play his guitar, not helped him play his guitar, but was one of the components of his guitar playing. So
Mhm.
without it, he didn't know how to start that engine, how to light that ignition. And I found that I was having the same thing with my writing, where it's like, if I can't write the stories that I'm used to writing, or if I'm not writing in the same body that I was writing in, that I didn't know how to start my ignition. Like the past 3 years, with my art has been like just stagnant because I haven't been able to reconnect with myself. But through writing this book and through an editor who's kicking my ass, I have been. And I've
Mhm.
been finding new stuff there, and it's been really fulfilling. It's been like, I feel like I'm living my purpose.
Mhm.
And that positively affects how I feel about my entire spirit and my self worth and my magic. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I think I need to figure out a way to use the energy I'm charging up, because one of the struggles that I found is that I am inadvertently pushing myself too hard a lot
Mm,
because
mhm.
I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So because I'm enjoying what I'm doing more of it than I am physically capable of doing. And I
Ah,
think it's because I'm building up energy, so emotionally, I am in a very good space while working, even though physically I am deteriorating and not noticing. So I've
mhm.
been staying up till like 3 plus in the morning every single night for 3 weeks now because I've been that hyped about doing art. And that's a problem because I have
Yeah,
to get up and go to work the next day.
yeah, yeah.
And then I'm, like, falling asleep at work because I stayed up too late and did not get enough sleep. And so, like, last night, I was so exhausted, I couldn't do any art because I was too exhausted, and I went to bed,
Mhm,
like, 2 hours earlier than I normally do on a Friday and, slept for 8 hours straight
mhm.
without being high, which is not something that happens very often, so that just tells you how exhausted I was. Um So I need to figure out a way to channel the energy that I'm raising in a way that doesn't so that it doesn't build up and I get just super hyped for hours at a time.
Have you thought, and I understand what you're saying, I'm charging as I
Mhm.
write,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
that energy goes right back into the writing.
Mhm.
Or I have to lay down. My ancestors have been like, you need to rest because you're channeling. I'm channeling while I'm doing the stuff. I'm not so much creating a bunch of energy as I'm channeling and getting
Mhm.
exhausted from the constant channeling. But for you, because you're raising energy, have you thought about having not a grounding stone, not a grounding stone, not to ground you in or anything like that,
Mhm.
but some kind of a stone or charm or tool that collects it like a battery that you can
Oh, so I
use
can use
later?
it later for, like, spell work. That's
Yeah.
smart. I should do that. I tend to use candles like that, and I have a bunch of votives that I could just charge and then use for stuff. That's a really good idea. I should do that because I think that's what's happening. I think that because I'm basically building up all that energy, I'm just like super at
Mhm.
like 2:30 in the morning and it's not good. I need to calm down at that point and go to sleep. Um so yeah, I think I'll start doing that because when I'm exhausted, I can't do things and I don't
Mhm.
like not being able to do things. Like practicing every single day is how I feel like I've been able to essentially level up my skills. And if I am too exhausted to practice, then that's going to be a problem, you know? So
Mhm.
I need to figure something out and I'll try that this week. I'll try that this week and see if that helps.
Yeah, let me know if it works for you.
Yeah.
It could be candles, you could either like into the candle, what's up, or you can use an actual stone that can suck things up and then put in the candle. It's like, create that download that energy, create that ritual for you before
Mhm.
bed, and
Yeah.
that might
And I think another
take
thing
it
is
off
like my speed is actually quite high.
of you.
Like of the pieces that I've shown you, the only one that took over 5 hours was the very, very large comic that I did.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, even the small comic, the 3-panel comic took 5 hours. Like,
Mm.
so, like, I've been doing a piece a day because they just don't take that much time for me,
Mhm.
and part of me feels bad, like I'm not doing well enough, like, I need to
Oh my god.
concentrate to work longer on stuff, but, like, if I feel like it's done, so at the same time yeah.
Listen, friend, if it doesn't take you forever to do, it doesn't take you forever to do. Like, don't feel like you're lacking just because it took you like 5 hours for something that somebody would spend 50 hours on. Like, and you know what? Your time may vary as you change. This period might be just upping your skill levels
Mhm.
and upping your perspective levels. But you don't know what the next shift for you is going to bring.
True. True. Because I used to spend, like, 60 hours on a painting, but that's because I was doing extremely extensive patterns, because I love patterns so
Mhm.
much. Like, that painting that I did for NHI, that one took about 60 hours
Mm.
because it was about creating gradients. Because I was
Mhm.
doing, like, a gradient field in gouache, and that's just how gouache works, and
Oh my God. The year that changed my life. NHI.
yeah. I feel like they're different now.
I
What
feel
are
like they're different now too. I feel like they got more corporate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they definitely got more corporate. Um, but I actually found somebody out here who went to NHI, so she's, like, going through the sequence on me. I'm like, "Did you go to NHI?" She's like, "Oh my god, you know what NHI is?" I was like, "Yeah, because I went there."
Yeah, it's like I learned that flow. Like,
I'm like, "I recognize that. I recognize
mhm.
the way you're doing that."
What did she say?
No, we just chatted about it for a bit. I think she
That's
went to
cool.
one in, oh god, what is that called? Industrial City?
Hmm.
It was one of the southern ones that she went to. But,
I do appreciate the flow that NHI teaches because I talked to people and got massaged by people who went to other schools, and because they didn't have that flow, it felt disjointed. And I really think that having learned that flow, but then also having the freedom to change the flow how we see fit, because I don't think we started. I think they taught us to start face up, but I'm like, we start on the back. I start
yeah,
on the back.
me too.
But the flow was very, very valuable.
We also met a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Met a lot of
Well,
good
there was
people.
one bitch that I didn't like.
Which one?
Oh my gosh, she was a brunette.
Oh, her? She was the one that's like, "I don't know how to feel muscles." It's like, "Why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you here, hun?" No, or was it the one who always got her nails done?
I think it might have been the one who always, I don't know. She was
Because
like
she's annoying
working
too.
at a front desk. She
No, the
was
front
just
desk girl was the one who couldn't feel muscles.
okay.
Yeah.
Like it took a moment for us to realize we hated each other, but once we did, we just leaned into it.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of her either. Like, we didn't hate each other, but, like, I I thought she was real dumb, and I don't get along with dumb people.
She was
That
dumb and she was mean.
yeah. Yeah.
She
Yes.
was she was not
Yes,
dumb's the wrong
accurate.
word. I know that that's the ableist word. She was stupid.
That is not better.
Not better, but it's not
That
ableist.
that Wait, okay, so why is dumb ableist and stupid is not? I'm curious because
Dumb
I
is ableist because there are people who are mute, and they used to call mute people dumb, and dumb
Oh,
means
okay, I've
stupid.
never used that.
Yeah,
So okay, that makes sense. That makes sense now.
yeah.
Because I use dumb as a box of rocks frequently,
Hmm.
and I can change that,
Yeah.
uh, to not be ableist. But yeah, no, she was like, I love himbos and bimbos, and it is that she was not one of those. She was just
No,
not smart
and
in
she
a negative
wasn't.
way.
She was. Oh my god! And then I got paired with her for a trust exercise
Oh no.
where we were blindfolded and had to walk across like walk across to the garage, and we had to switch.
Uh-huh.
We did the exercise. I remember we did the exercise. I was like, because if I fall over, this bitch gonna get in trouble anyway. So like, we did it, but I was just like, I can't believe I got matched with this heifer. Um, like I think she's the one who started the rumor that one of my classmates was an alcoholic. When he wasn't, he worked at a bar, so he just smelled like liquor all the time. He did drink some, but he wasn't
Was
like.
it was it the guy who was kind of a hippie with the long hair?
I don't know if it was the guy with the long hair, but he always wore this long leather trench coat, even when it was warm.
Yeah, I think that was him. He had a vibe about him.
He
He
did
was
have a
fun
vibe.
though.
He did,
'Cause,
but
like,
he was
we
fun and he
weren't
minded his business and he was quiet.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he wasn't causing problems. We
Uh-huh.
weren't exactly in the same class because I
Yeah,
started earlier, but
yeah.
I was a TA for your class after I finished my class anyway, because so I knew most of the people that you were in class with,
Yes,
and you knew all of the people I was in class with.
yes.
Because even the ones who graduated came back. Like, there's once you're at NHI, it's like a penny, you just keep coming
You
back.
just keep coming back to it somehow, some way, somehow, some way, some form.
Every time,
Hmm. But I'm
every
grateful
time.
for the time that I had there. That was really, I think, I've used massage. Massage has paid my bills. Massage has allowed me to have a flexible lifestyle. While I was doing massage, I was physically able to do massage.
Mhm.
It spiritually grounded me. It was the way in which I formed community. Like, I formed a whole community around my massage. Like,
Mhm.
a sovereign embodiment was like helping so many people. But yeah, I miss it. I miss it a lot, being able to do massage. I miss receiving massage. So one of these days I'm gonna have to bring my immunocompromised ass somewhere to get and insist that the massage therapist wear a mask for me and wear a
Mhm.
mask myself and get a massage done because I need it.
Yeah, and I get one every week because otherwise my joints will fall apart and I will not function
Mhm.
as a human. Um, like today, I needed 2 hours because
Mm.
I've been grinding too hard in the art space and my shoulders and neck, and for some reason this arm keeps dislocating and re-going
Mm.
back in, and it hurts like a bitch all the time, and I don't know what to do about that. I should go to a chiropractor, but I don't really trust Ohio as a state. So, like, I know we got chiropractors, but I don't know if they're good chiropractors.
Oh
And
my
no
god.
one will ever beat Dr. Reza.
The RZA! Oh my
He was
god.
the
When
best.
when he put my head in track when he put my neck in traction with that metal ball weight, I was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
this is where it's supposed to be. Yes. Yes."
Ah.
Uh,
Yeah, he was the first
I
one
have a neck.
to, uh, like, change my spine from the basically, you can, do my neck, you can crack my neck from the back.
Mm.
Basically, you put me face down, and there's a way to, like, shove my back that makes my neck crack, and it's very
Mhm.
specific to people who who have joint disorders. They're like,
Mm.
"Oh, like, maybe 8% of people you can do this to." I'm like, you mean the percentage of the population that has EDS?
Mhm.
Is that what you mean? Is that what you're talking about?" It's like, "Most normal people you can't do this to. You can do it to me."
Mhm.
Um, so he's the first one that ever did that, and, like, I know there's chiropractors around here, and I should just go and bite the bullet and go to one to crack my back, but I am nervous because the last chiropractor I saw in Ohio was my mom's chiropractor, and that chiropractor told me that the reason my back hurt is because 'cause I'm fat, and I'm like, yeah, that's not how that works."
Yeah.
That's not how that works at all.
Yeah.
Maybe look at the fact that my bones don't go right. Right,
Mhm.
that's kind of the problem that I'm having right now.
Yeah.
So I've been avoiding it, and I haven't seen a chiropractor in 7 years, and while I don't have a rib out of place, the fact that my arm keeps going out of place is a serious issue for me, and I need
Mhm.
to actually get that shoved back into where it needs to be, like, professionally, because doing it myself is not working. Like, I have
Mhm.
to kind of pull it and then, like, jostle it a little bit. I have to, like,
Oh.
pull it out and jostle it. It's bad. It's real bad, and I should not be doing that myself. I should have
Mhm.
someone who knows what they're doing help me,
Yes, assist you with
with
that.
it. But
Mhm.
one of my other friends who also has joint issues is like, "So, unfortunately, once you have it do that, it's going to do that more frequently." And I'm like, "Awesome." 'Cause my right knee does that too.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
where it'll
right
just be
knee, it
like,
feels like
"Ing."
the patella just, like, fucks off every once in a while.
I don't know what happens to me, but, like, last week, was it? It was la it wasn't this past week, but the week before. Like, my knee just started killing me all of a sudden one day, and I think I slept wrong on it somehow, or, like, I just shoved it out of place by accident, and then, like, shoving
Mhm.
it back in was not super easy. It was around the time you told me that your knee hurt. I was
Oh.
like, "We gotta quit being connected like that." No, I'm kidding.
I
But yeah.
find that I sometimes have connections with people when there's a deep connection, there's an energetic exchange.
Mhm.
Like when I was a kid, like not a kid, when I was a young adult, not a young adult, when I was a teenager, I had a friend who lived far away from me because we went to two different colleges. And one day I was walking down the hallway and the whole thing started to do a tilt-a-whirl. And I was like, holy shit, Liza's having vertigo. And so I called them.
Mhm.
No, I don't think I called them. I think I actually wrote a letter because they were in a college dorm and this was before cell phones.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how that worked.
I'm like, "But we're not that far apart," and when I was in college, I had a cell phone. Granted, it was one of those janky flip phones, but it functioned. I could text, with
Well,
it.
this is
Oh, wait.
1999.
Oh, yeah, that was I had a Nokia back then, like one of those brick Nokias.
Yeah, I didn't have a phone. I don't think she had a phone. I'm not sure. I think it was before everybody really, really, really had phones, but I didn't have a phone. I don't think she had a phone. Anyway, we communicated and she had vertigo at that time when I was in the hallway. And I felt like the room spin. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
But yeah, I think we
Energetic
get connected we
connections.
get connected like that often. Have you
Mm-hmm.
been having headaches lately?
Yes, so many.
That's
Oh,
why I'm getting headaches. I never get headaches, but this past week I've had one like 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, "What the fuck is
yes.
this?"
I'm sorry.
Well, at least I know where it's coming from now,
Mhm.
because previously I was like, "Do I have brain cancer? Do I need to go get checked?"
That's how hard they hurt.
Like, literally, I've been concerned. I'm like, "I need to go take some medicine because this is more painful than I have experienced in a very long time."
Yes.
And the fact that I'm just getting an echo, you must be feeling like your head is splitting open when
Oh
they're
yeah.
happening.
It is awful. It has been awful. And there have been days where they have been present the entire time. And the only
Yeah.
relief I get is sleep.
Mhm. Yeah, I've had them all day. I've had 'em all day.
Well, next time you have a headache, think, is this headache mine?
Yeah.
And if it's not, it shall fuck off back to me.
No, I, may have done something to try to take some of your pain for you at some point in the past 2 years. Uh,
Oh.
so
Oh.
it is something I did to myself, it's fine.
Oh. Yeah, I deal with chronic pain. It's been a thing. And sometimes the marijuana takes me out of my body so that I don't feel the pain, but sometimes it grounds me into my body, which makes me feel the pain even more, even more. Um, so today it's sometimes taking me out of my body and sometimes putting me into my body. People are like, oh my God, you're high all the time. One, I'm not high all the time. Two, I'm high because of pain management. Three,
Right.
if I was high just for fun, I'm grown. I can't afford a mortgage, but I can afford
Yeah,
marijuana. Like,
exactly. It's called "Don't Judge Me." I have to be really careful with marijuana though. Like
mm,
I can't really go over 10 milligrams or I get some very weird side effects. And by very weird side effects, I mean that I will stop breathing.
oh,
Um, yeah.
you get
And
to relax.
I'll also get muscle spasms. So like
Mm-hmm.
my neck will seize up or one of
Mm-hmm.
my arms will seize up and I can't let it go. Um Yeah, so those things are not so great, so I have to keep it, 10 milligrams or under. If I go to
Mm-hmm.
15, I have to go to sleep immediately. 20 is right out. 20 is when I get the bad side effects, so I know I
Oh
can never do more than
wow.
20.
Yeah, I used to live somewhere where we would just throw the marijuana in a in a fucking crock pot, a mini crock pot, let it cook, and then make butter with it. So we never knew how many milligrams we were having, but I'm pretty sure it was more than than 20
I'm pretty
because
sure I would die if I
we,
came over to your house.
we eat the whole
It's
fucking
okay.
pan.
I
And
would die happy, surrounded by people I love.
then like one weekend, my partner at the time came over, and me and this woman that I live with, we were eating the fucking brownies, and they were like, "Oh, I'll have a piece of brownie," and we gave them half of what we were having, and they're
Mhm.
like, "No, I could take the whole piece."
They could
Carta,
not take the whole piece.
Carta. They could not even undress themselves, and I was like, "I got you. I'm putting you into bed. I'm taking your shirt off. I'm gonna roll you over. I'm gonna take your pants off. I'm not trying anything on you sexually. I'm just trying to make sure that you're comfortable. Okay, I'm gonna turn you on your side so that you can't feel like you're not like
Oh my
like,
god.
okay, you gotta throw up. I'll hold this trash can for you. Like, you can just like I was trying to find a trash can. I'm like, just throw up, because I'm trying to find a trash can. And they're like, no, I'm not gonna throw up until you find a basket. I found a basket. I'm like, I can get new sheets on the bed, like just because I couldn't find a basket. I just wanted them. I'm sorry, talking about that. Anyway, so
It's a
they had a whole situation, and it was a hair holding situation, and they had a I can't dress myself, I can't move, and then I was mentally connected to them during this whole thing, and when I
Mhm,
told there was one point where I told them, I need you to sit up so I can get their shirt off,
mhm.
and I saw their spirits sit up out of their body while their body still laid on the bed,
Wow.
and I was
That's intense. That's
that's the
intense.
strong will. They willed
Yes.
themselves up, but their body didn't follow. And I'm sorry. You didn't bring your body with you that time. You need to bring your whole body with you when you sit up. And they looked around and realized they were still in the bed, and they were like, because they really thought they had sat up. But yeah, they were wasted, and I was super, super high, but I still had a way of being grounded. Like, I can push off my high for like 2 minutes at a time when I'm super high. I have had 75 milligrams at a time.
Holy
Like,
shit, I would die. I think I would legitimately just die. My spirit would be like, "Bye. Thank you for the fish. I'm out."
I have been uber high. I have been two dabs high. Like, I have been ridiculously high, but I can push it off for 2 minutes at a time in order to handle something. Like, if I need to become sober for 2 minutes, and then you gotta wait for that, like, you gotta wait to re-roll. You gotta let the bar fill up again before you can roll for cognizance, cognition. But yeah, but now 5 milligrams gets me high. 10 milligrams will put me to sleep. Like, more than that, and I'll be staring, thinking about the universe and my place in it, and astral projecting and traveling and shit, and being like, I came back with this good knowledge, and I know the shape of the universe, and then I humped it. Like, that's
So I'm taking my vitamins right now.
oh
Oh,
no,
actually, I
I
remember
just took
something.
mine too. What's up?
One of the things I read last week. So,
Uh-huh.
I can't remember the name. Let me look up the name really quick. But it's by an author named Nagape, and
Mhm.
this author is probably the most famous for a series called The Girl from the Other Side, which
Mhm.
has an anime for it. And it's basically about this monster who adopts a girl, for lack of a better way to put it. And they have a couple of furry books, for lack of a better way to put it. They're like animal people.
Uh-huh.
And one of them is called The Wise Beasts of the Wizarding Wisdoms, and the other one is called Blue Monotone.
Mhm.
And Blue Monotone is a bit dark, but it's very good. And the Wise Beast of the Wizarding Wisdoms is so weird because he made them like they're animal people, right? But they're very like he gave them traits of the animals, of the actual animals. So like
Oh, cool.
but like in a weird way. like in
Like in a
like in a little bit too much way, because one of the animals, they're like mini vignette stories about the relationships between certain animals, and
mhm.
this one, he has one with a pair of bats, and the bats will, in the wild, especially the vampire bats, they will share food. Like, I took a bunch of blood, let me regurgitate some for you, like birds do.
Mhm.
And the bats do this too. And he had this bat duo doing that. And it was a lot. It was a whole lot. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? This is a lot.
Mhm.
And like
For some
they were
reason, this is making me want to watch Beastars again.
but they're like animal people doing weird stuff, so that I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, like they were young and like they saw people making out and they're like, so are they sharing food like we do? But it looks like they're doing something more extensive. Let's try this. And there was a lot of blood involved. It was
That's
very intense.
hilarious.
It was intense. But so like it's very well written and it's very cute, but it's also very weird. So like I feel like I
Mhm.
can't recommend it wholeheartedly, but like
What's
you
it called
enjoy
again?
it. The wise animals of the wizarding wisdoms. I, yeah, the wise beasts of the wizarding wisdoms.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
like
everybody. So you got that title, you got that name, you heard it. It's one of Dre's can't recommend, which we're gonna start a list.
it is definitely in my
Then
can't
I can't
recommend
recommend.
list. I'm trying to see some of the other ones that I've read recently that were good.
Mhm.
But like maybe didn't stand out super a lot. There's one called Yakuza and the Stray Kitten, Ex Yakuza and the Stray Kitten, and it's
That
so
sounds
cute.
adorable.
It's literally just about this guy who looks scary and a kitten that he picks up off the street. And he has a cafe for animals that people can come and hang out at, even though, like, he's obviously ex Yakuza. And, like, his boss, like, the person who owns the building, is clearly Yakuza. He's like
Mhm.
old school Yakuza, but he comes in to say hi to all the animals. The animals call him boss, and the
Oh.
animals can talk to each other. It's so cute. It's like seriously the cutest thing. That one I highly recommend. There's 3 books so far of that one. That one I like 1,000% recommend. And I feel like I already recommended the May I Ask You for One Last Thing, the girl who punches everybody in the face.
Mhm.
Have I recommended Natsume and Natsume before?
No, I
Do you
don't think
remember
so.
that one? That one's one that I'm reading on Azuki, and that one, oh my god, it's so cute. It's
Mm.
basically about this boy and a girl who grew up together, and they're both named Natsume.
Mhm.
And, the boy has a scary face, like, just the way he looks is scary, but he wants to be a hero, and he helps people out all the time, even though they're initially scared of him because he looks like he has a scary face, and she is just madly in love with him and doesn't realize it, and that's the entire
Mm.
plot. It's a very cozy type of manga where you're just reading it, and it's cozy. Um, there are places
Oh, he
to
does have a scary face.
Right? Isn't it cute? It's so cute. He looks like he's super angry all the time, but it's adorable. I do know that there are places to swashbuckle it because uh, Zach has also read it. um, but yeah, so those are what I've been reading lately as well. I don't know. I was in a furry mood this week because I also read Love Me Maybe. I need to see if there's a sequel to that
Mm.
one yet, but that one's not a manga, it's more like a traditional comic in Western style.
Oh.
I've also been buying books too. Like I got Chuck Tingle's new one, Camp Damascus, which looks like it's going to be good. I have a few by
Mm.
him. I really like Chuck Tingle. Highly recommend. He's a very proficient author. Even though it may
Mm.
seem like the premises are weird, like um, just because of who he is as a person, I assure you that they are very well written. So don't be put off um, by the names of the books.
What's the name of this book again?
Camp Damascus
Mm. Is
is
that
that
a
one, but
goat? Isn't Damascus a goat? A scary looking goat?
I don't know. Um, let me go to the book details. But by what I mean
Oh, it's
by
a
don't,
city.
yeah, it's a place. What I mean by don't be put off by the titles is because um most of his books are things like uh pounded in the butt by my handsome sentient library card who seems otherworldly but is really just a natural part of the priceless resources our library system provides.
What?
That is one of his titles. Another one, bisexual Mothman mailman makes a special delivery in our butts. Um, he has a series called Trans Wizard Harriet Porber and the Bad Boy Parasaurolophus. There's also, it's basically a trans send off of Harry Potter, and it is extremely well written to the point that it's
Mm.
probably better than all of the Harry Potter books.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen people, but like just because the names are what they are does not mean they are not high quality. They are all very high quality. They are funny, but like
Mm-hmm.
also tender and like good reads. I assure you. Yeah. So another one is nice guy dinosaur doesn't pound me in the butt because I'm not interested and he's not actually nice. He's just annoying and creepy and doesn't respect my boundaries. When I tell him
Wow.
we're not on a date. Oh my
Wow.
god. Yeah. Not pounded by erasure because my current hetero presenting relationship does not invalidate my queerness.
Yo, that's a whole sermon right there.
Yep. My macaroni and cheese is a lesbian, also she is my lawyer.
I just got caught up in the sound that macaroni and cheese makes. So
Yeah.
I'm like, that would be
The
it.
sentient physical manifestation of Halloween eats me out. Things like that. It's very
Wow.
yeah. My dungeon master is a T-Rex rules lawyer, but fortunately I rolled a crit on the pound my butt check.
Wow.
Oh my god, I love him so much.
Wow.
Absolutely no thoughts of pounding during my fun day with this kind T-Rex because I'm aromantic and asexual, and that's wonderfully valid way to prove love is real.
These titles are glorious.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely fantastic. Like I cannot recommend this author enough. And like the thing is they're real books. They're like full-on books that you can read an entire story about.
Mm.
Like these aren't just like, oh, this is a funny title. No. He also has choose your own adventure books.
I bet those are unhinged.
Yeah, I'm betting they are. Like honestly, if you just look him up, you will not be disappointed, I assure you.
Mm.
1000 out of 10. Recommend Chuck Tingle. but I
Man,
feel
I
like
spent
you're
so much money on books already. I feel like
yeah,
I'm
that's true. I was gonna say, I feel like you're fading a little bit. Is that
I
accurate?
am not fading.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
Well, I feel like you're fading a little bit.
Just because I can't keep my eyes open? Oh my god.
Friend, you're floaty. I can feel you being floaty.
I I can't even argue with that because I know it's true.
It is true.
Chuck Tingle. I'm looking up Chuck Tingle. Oh my god. I have to read this niche gay erotica.
You really do. You absolutely have to.
All right, I have pulled it up. Oh, okay, maybe I am
I think you're a little bit super high, and we've been
a
going for
little bit
2
super.
hours. So
I'm
I think
so
we have
relaxed.
yeah.
I'm just relaxed. My anxiety has been so high these past like few weeks that I have not been able to function, and now my anxiety is lower. And so there's a part of me, a small part of me that's like, "Oh shit, your anxiety is going to get worse." It's like,
Mm.
"No, calm down. It's fine. Like we're fine right now. We're in our not anxiety era. Let me have this." So,
Well, I think part of it is you've been getting a lot done lately. So you don't have that kind of hanging over your head if you have to do a billion things because you only
oh,
have a
but
little
I
bit left to
still
do.
do.
You do, but you have it under
I'm
control, right?
not really. Not really.
Oh, no.
I'm supposed to be speaking at San Jose Pride,
Mhm.
Silicon Valley Pride, and I have a play that
Mhm.
I'm doing, and I'm also liaison for the artist that is creating the play. So I'm not only in it, I'm a liaison to them, and also I am I'm going to be taking over the production company. And there's the book, and then there's They Friend, which is a non-binary festival, and I'm an advisor for them, and we're in our process of choosing who gets to be presented at They Friend, right? But the thing is, while I'm reading through all these applications, we have 125 applications, right?
Wow.
And so I have to read the application and then listen to their video audio. Some people have sent multiple links. Some people's links are like 5 minutes or longer. So, like, one application can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes, right? And there's
Yeah.
125 of them.
Wow. Okay, that is a lot. That's definitely a lot.
Hmm. Hmm. And still find time to masturbate. It's too much.
And that is you gotta schedule that in. It's important for your mental health.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yes.
But today I got up, I rolled out of bed, I took a shower, I brushed my teeth, I did my facial. Like, it was real good. So I haven't had as much anxiety, haven't had as much depression. I'm worried about mania happening because I feel so good.
Oh,
I'm worried about slipping into mania.
yeah, I can see that being a
So I'm
thing.
trying to maintain some balance and some calm and stuff. Your
That
hair
is
still looks so
interesting.
good.
Oh, with the pink? Yeah. I like that the color has stayed. This is a different brand. It's called Lunar Tides,
Mhm.
and it is rocking it because I did this, like,
Mhm.
a month ago, and
Yeah.
no, maybe, like, 2 weeks or so, but all the other brands have, like, faded by now, and this one's still going pretty strong, so
Mhm.
at the tips too, where everything is bleached, so
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive, I think.
Yeah.
At the roots, not so much, but at the roots, you can barely see anything anyway because 'cause they're dark. Because I
But it
haven't
looks
bleached
like
them.
it's still gradiented out.
It is a bit like it's kind of moving in that. I can
Yeah.
hear it. It's very soothing, the sound of going through my hair from my hair headphones. I wish I could share this sound with you. You'd be like, "Oh, that sounds so nice." It does. It sounds amazing.
Mm,
Okay, anyway. But yes, you're correct.
oh, good. I guess I do need to take a nap.
I was like, "I'm pretty sure you might be done." I could just
Yeah,
sense it.
you're right.
Could just sense it.
I'm gonna
So,
have a cheese stick and go to bed.
but I think we had a good time today.
We did. It's so happy that I'm so happy to see you, and I love all the creative time we had together this week, and it really helped me get some stuff done. Also, I got to spend time with you, so yay! And I hope we're able to do it next week because I'm around.
Yeah, yeah, we should definitely do it more often. It's a good thing. Like, I like scheduling that time because, especially since I want to start posting stuff more often, just because. And like, I'm not expecting to get famous or anything. That's not the point of posting. I just want to share with people what I'm doing and maybe get
Mhm.
feedback. Like, I want feedback from people where they're like, "Hey, you could improve by doing this," or
Mhm.
"Hey, I like how this worked. Maybe do more of that."
Mhm.
You know, that kind of thing. That could
Yeah.
be cool. Um, but yeah, we should definitely hang out more.
Yes.
But I think today might be good. I think we're good for today. I
Okay.
think you need a nap, and I think I need
It's
uh, to go find food.
Oh my God, whenever I think of when people say, I'm gonna go find food, I see them in a long, big grassy field.
I'm thinking more in terms of the game Gauntlet. Wizard needs food badly.
All right. Well, if you wanted to leave anyone anything from this episode or for this moment in time, like what would you like them to know or hear or embody or think about?
Final thoughts from me are make sure to give yourself creative space to do creative things. Even if you're very busy during the day, even if you can only take a half hour or an hour to do that thing, it will help you improve and you will feel better about yourself by doing it that way. Also read Chuck Tingle. How about
I
you?
think I think if I left people with something, it's make sure that the care you give to other people or the care that other people expect from you is a consensual thing. That you take rest and that you find ways to connect with the childhood you may not have had. Cause it's fun. I just exited my childhood phase. I'm in my full-fledged teenager phase right now.
Nice.
And it is amazing. Amazing. So if you're out here and you're like a millennial or up, um, take some time for childlike joy.
Yeah,
Get a coloring book that has curse words in it or some shit. Something.
do it.
And that is all for this week, you guys. So I'm going to say goodbye. Like I said, hello. And this has been this has been Witchy Shit and Mongolit, and we will catch you